Leaves from my journal, Logan Pierce's daily writings from the Washington, D.C. South Mission. Day 120, July 26th, 2006. Rooftops and sea turtles. Today's been a pretty relaxing P-Day so far. Elder OR, Elder PH, and our zone leaders, Elder SP and Elder HA, came over today to hang out. They raided our icebox, but I didn't care. We've got tons of food here, thanks to Sister D. There's no way we could eat it all. Sister D, I can't remember how many times she's been mentioned in my journal. Whatever, it's not enough. She's a less active member who's trying to come back to church. She loves the missionaries, has been getting their groceries for them since before I was here. Every missionary wants to be in Herndon now because of generous members like Sister D. I'm so thankful for all she's done for me on my mission. A bit of trivia. The member that we helped move on day 32 of my journal was Sister D and her son. Elder BU was worried at the time because he thought Sister D might leave Herndon, but she didn't. We helped her load up their stuff, then helped them unload it. It was a fair amount of work, but it was the least I could do after all she's done for us missionaries. This is the worst day of my mission so far. I called SW this evening to set up a time to meet with us tomorrow. She said that she can't meet with us anymore. I'd like to say it's because her husband told her not to see us, but that's not the reason. Her pastor had talked with the husband, made him concerned. Her youth pastor had talked with her son, made him concerned. Both the husband and the son talked with SW and told her not to meet with us anymore. But that's not why she stopped. I'll tell you why she stopped. SW is wanting answers to a lot of questions. Why do you believe we can become like gods? All those scriptures from Isaiah about there being no gods before and no gods after? Now, I love to answer SW's questions as stated many times before, but answering questions prompted by anti makes me hesitant for two reasons. First, Satan will tell you 10 truths if he can make you believe one lie. I felt that whatever I answered, the blue piece of paper she was given would have half-truths and out-and-out lies on it condemning me for my words. I felt like Amulek contending with Zeezrom. See Alma 11:26-40. Not to put SW in the place of Zeezrom, but the questions she asked always seemed to make my answers come out as an admission of guilt, wanting to stress that this wasn't SW's doing. This anti was forced upon her. Now, granted, she continued to read it after her pastor left. If she would have tried to read the Book of Mormon instead, things would have been different. I know it. Second, I told SW that the full gospel of Jesus Christ is like a house. You know how much we missionaries love a good metaphor. We start with the foundation of the gospel and work our way up. You wouldn't try to set the roof on the bottom and build the house on top of it, would you? It's the same with the gospel. Basics first, deep doctrine last. The anti that she got was all about the deep doctrine of the church. They might as well have dropped a roof on her. We're here to start you off on a firm foundation. Oh, what a world. Oh, how I love a good editorial cartoon. It almost takes away the pain of not teaching SW tomorrow, or going to the visitor center on Saturday. Although after I got off the phone with SW, I called up D to see what he was doing. I forgot to mention, yesterday we didn't see AC. He's still in jail. If he wants out, he's got to pay the bail, which at this point he can't. So I don't know what'll happen with him. But anyway, I called D up and asked if he'd like to go to the visitor center on Saturday. He said yeah. As it turns out, D's leaving for Minnesota on Sunday, so we told him that he needed to leave D.C. with a bang by visiting the D.C. temple with us. We'll keep an eye on him. So today was definitely a low point in my mission. Just looking at the Herndon area, AC's in jail, N stopped investigating, WO's lost interest, and now SW. All very depressing. I remember back on day 86, Day of the Mulberry Part 2. I was waiting to find out what happened to my companion, Elder D.A. It was about 11 p.m. at night. Elder S.P. and Elder G.O. were sitting with me in the waiting room. The TV was on. It was showing a program on Animal Planet about sea turtles. Now, as missionaries, we really aren't supposed to watch TV, but we really didn't have any way to turn it off. Plus, it was educational, so I watched some of it. It showed how the baby sea turtles, after they hatch from their shells, scurry across the beach to try and make it to the ocean. A whole bunch of sea turtles started out all heading for the water. Predators lurking on the beach then came up and began to eat them. A seagull would pluck one up, and that'd be the end for him. Large crabs would also grab a baby sea turtle and drag him off before he could make it to the safety of the ocean. Some of the sea turtles would get lost. They'd get turned around and lose sight of the ocean. They'd wander around on the beach until the hot sun would become too much and they'd die from the heat. Many sea turtles started out for the ocean, but only a few of them actually made it. If you put this in the context of people who investigate the church, you can see how many people start out with good intentions, but over time, opposition stops many of them from progressing and reaching the waters of baptism. The seagulls of the crabs of unsupportive family members, and wandering around the sun is like those investigators who won't commit to things, who don't see the importance of religion. Very few make it to the water. Salvation is not a cheap experience. I'll continue to pray for SW that someday she might want to investigate the church further, that she may one day know that there's more to God than what can be found in the Bible. I'll try not to let it get me down. I'm really going to miss teaching SW. She always asks such good questions. As the saying goes, there are a lot of fish in the sea. That may be true, but I know for a fact that there are a lot fewer sea turtles. So long, SW. Maybe someday. But, that's all for now. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back later with more leaves from my journal. Bye for now.